Oh, no. Dos, tres, catorce. Welcome to Rambo per Radio. I am your host, Gen T. Twitter and Instagram at GenT523, but nobody cares. It's all about YouTube Gen T TV. Hey, if you know this song, then you know exactly what has happened to me over the last couple of weeks, but I can't lie anymore. Hello, hola. I'm at a place called Vertigo. I got one too many concussions from jiu-jitsu, and now my brain is dizzy. Oh boy. That's right, friends. Your girl. I hate to admit this, but this is. It's happened. I've been getting hit in the face one too many times, and it finally caught up with me Saturday. So let me get all of my notes here because my brain is scrambled. So this started July 3rd. Took a nice knee to the face, and I had a nice little bruise on my cheek. So that was cool. And I just said to myself, I was like, hey, we don't have a black eye, we're good to go. July the 3rd, took a kick to the face, an accidental kick to the face, and I went, damn, my brain hurts. And then fast forward to about 10 days later, I sustained not one, not two, but 3 separate elbows to the face. The last one being Friday on the 17th. And was not too happy, was not too thrilled about that elbow, but I know it's accidental. It is what it is. This is jiu-jitsu. We're on the ground. Things is happening. People get excited. Didn't think too much of it other than that my nose hurts. And my nose was already hurting from all the other elbows earlier in the week. So after practice, went to In-N-Out with my parents. Had me a Flying Dutchman. 2 patties, 2 pieces of cheese. A fry light. And a small lemonade. Didn't think much of it. Felt good. And I ate. That was at 7:30. And my body, we're used to fasting. We're used to going to jiu-jitsu and not eating till like 2 o'clock solid the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're good. Went to bed at 10. Woke up probably about 1:30, 1:45. Got to go to the bathroom. Cool, whatever. I know, TMI. But I got up to go to the bathroom, which is less than 8 feet away from my bed. And I could not make it. I was stumbling like I had been under the influence of either alcohol or marijuanas. And I had to crawl to the bathroom. I just could not stand up. And I was just like, this is odd. But I was like, maybe it's the old Prion's disease. Maybe I got the mad cow from In-N-Out. And this is the end. I was like, okay, yeah, you probably got the mad cow. You're going to die or something. Whatever. Just get back in bed. It'll be cool. So I made the brave attempt because I made it halfway to the bathroom and figured I couldn't do it anymore. So I just stumbled around and went back to the bed. Then woke up again at 8 o'clock. Room was spinning a little bit, but sometimes that happens to me. The room will spin. Whatever. I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? Went to go sit up, and the whole lot of room started spinning. And I was getting the flatline sound, like somebody has either like shot a gun too close to your ear, or if you at a concert and it's just ringing, the old tinnitus. But I regularly have that, so I just didn't think too much of that. But it was when I tried to walk. I could not possess the ability to walk. I went, oh no, this is bad. If I bent down, the room would get worse. It would start spinning even more. And I was like, okay, this is bad. So we're just going to chill out for a little bit. So I thought maybe let me just get back in bed and just lay there for like 10 minutes and it would be fine. Lay back down in the bed for 10 minutes. It was not fine. It got worse. And I went, Jesus Christ. I don't remember taking an edible. Did I take an edible? What's happening? And I was like, maybe I took an edible. Maybe I took too much. But I was like, no, I'm certain I did not take an edible. I distinctly remember the last thing I ate was In-N-Out and more Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Actually, no, I had a Reese's Pieces. My mom gave me a little peanut butter cup. So I can't say no to a Reese's Pieces. But other than that, I had one of these Reese's Pieces, my In-N-Out, and then I laid down. But for some reason in the morning, at 8 o'clock in the morning, nearly 12 hours later, I could not walk. I just knew I was in trouble. I just knew that something was very, very off, very strange. I had my brand new fan here during the podcast. I love it because I get a little bit of air. But the best part is that it's quite silent at a low speed. It just gives me just enough air that it doesn't make noise. And so I had that blowing on me. And then the best part is I can add water to it and it blows water, but it's like steam. Mist. It mists me, right? So I had it misting me. And I looked down and I could see the beads of water on my arm, but I couldn't like feel it. It didn't really feel like anything to me. And I was like, that's weird. And my brain just like felt like it was separated from my body and I could feel the air blowing on my arm, but only because I was looking at it and my brain didn't believe it. I was like just very out of it. And I was like, my brain and my body feel separate. I'm not sure what's going on, but, I got to get up and go to jiu-jitsu. What's happening? So I said, nah, we're good. And I'm just going to fight through this. And I stood up for a second time and I nearly collapsed. I said, we need to get back into the bed immediately. You cannot drive. You cannot drive in this state. Something is severely wrong. I called my mom. Obviously, she wants me to go to the doctor. I hate going to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't like needles. And plus, when I had a tumor in my body, they thought I was crazy. They gave me the runaround for 6 months. These motherfuckers could have killed me. So I just do not trust the doctors. Surely you understand. So anyway, I could not stand up. My legs were giving out and the room was violently spinning. And I went, oh, fuck. Lay back down. So I looked at the clock. I said, all right, you've got an hour and 30 minutes before you need to leave for jiu-jitsu. We're going to just take a quick little nap. And when we wake up, we're going to put our clothes on and we're going to go to jiu-jitsu. This is just something silly. Hour and 30-minute pass. Got up. Still dizzy. And I went, well, fuck. So I just held on to everything inside and just laid down and put my jiu-jitsu clothes on and did my best not to bend over because I didn't know what every time that I bent over, the room would start violently spinning. So I was just like, damn it. What is wrong? What could be wrong? And then, it clicked in my brain like last time this kind of happened, I hadn't eaten all day. And I guess my blood sugar was off, or people was claiming my blood sugar was off or something. And that's why I nearly blacked out. This was at Christmas time. So I just thought to myself, I was like, oh, your blood sugar's low or whatever. Let's have some breakfast. I never eat before practice. Let's eat something because things are just weird. So ate a little something, had me a coconut water, and I hate coconut water. Had me a coconut water. And, and I don't hate coconut water because of its nutrients. I like that it's healthy and refreshing. What I don't like is the aftertaste. Coconut water tastes like the leftover milk after you had cereal. I don't like that. Yuck. Pooey. Disgusting. I just don't like it. But it was a shemergency, and good thing what little brains I have left I bought 2 cases of coconut water. So I was just like, chug this before you go to practice. Let's fucking go. Ate a little something, something, chugged the coconut water, went to practice. Got to practice, did my best to roll, but my brain felt separate from my body. I really couldn't do the things that I could normally do. I was just astounded how little control I had over my body. And obviously I probably shouldn't have driven to the gym because I probably could have blacked out. But luckily, whatever I ate and drank that coconut water, like kind of revitalized my system a little bit. So I was kind of alert. But then once I got to bending down or rolling jiu-jitsu, the spinning would start again. And I was just like, fuck. So I did a couple rounds. And then God bless Leo. He comes with a little snack case. Grabbed me an Uncrustable and a Gatorade. And I started eating that. And I felt good. I thought, oh, it's probably blood sugar. And I told one of the little brothers there who's a nurse. He's like, it's probably just blood sugar. You feel better? It's probably just blood sugar. And I was like, yeah. He's like, you should get checked. Are you pre-diabetic? Everybody asked me, are you pre-diabetic? And I was like, maybe not. I don't know. But I feel like I eat enough fiber. I take enough blood sugar vitamins because I'm concerned about it. I'm trying to be preventative. And then I told my mom, and she's like, oh, it's probably you made your blood sugar too low taking those blood glucose pills. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna stop taking them. Or I said, no, I'm not gonna stop taking them. I said, I'm gonna take half the dose. And she said, okay, but it's probably that. So came home from practice, ate something, laid down. And the dizziness started again. I went, well, this is obviously not the blood sugar. Something more than this. And then a friend called. He said, come over. We got some soup. And the homie's half black, half Vietnamese. His lady makes bomb-ass pho. So I went, okay. Last time I had this soup, it was energizing. I felt good. I felt replenished. I felt refreshed. So I went over there, still kind of dizzy, but I had some soup, and I felt better. But then when I would get home and lay in the bed, the dizziness would start again. And I was like, fuck, man, what is this? And then started doing some research. Obviously, my mom, everybody thought it was just low blood sugar. And I was like, maybe, but maybe not. Something is different. So I just happened to say, into the googly, I said, hey, man, googly, what are the symptoms of vertigo? And boom, it fucking came up. Bending over, getting dizzy, looking a certain way, getting dizzy, being on the back, getting dizzy. I went, fuck, this is it. So I have self-diagnosed myself. I've got the old, hello, hola, I'm at a place called Vertigo. Which I thought vertigo is for old people. But apparently, you can fucking get this. Obviously, I know you're thinking you should probably go to the doctor. You're right. But, it's all of the concussions, I think, just caught up with me and just piled on and just said, my brain said, we've had enough. We need to slow down. How about you have a seat? And I went, well, damn. I can't have a seat. I got to go to work. I got to go to jiu-jitsu. I got to do this stuff. I got to do all this stuff. And my brain politely reminded me, like, no, you don't got to do shit. You got to take it easy because you're hurting. So in the last 3 weeks or so, I've been in grocery, and obviously my performance has been absolute dog shit. And I only have myself to blame for not getting checked out because the fatigue got to me, and I just was literally just trying to go as slow as possible because I was afraid my balance would just go away and I would fall flat on my face or fall on my back and hit my head. Again, I don't want to hit my head anymore, man. So I've just been taking it easy, and apparently people been ratting me out, saying I'm slow, I'm doing this, that, and the other, whoop-de-fucking-whoop. With the culmination of, not being able to stand up on Saturday and nearly blacking out. Thank God my bed was there because I probably would have fallen and hit my head on my bathroom sink. I believe I have vertigo, you understand. So, obviously I've been terrible at my job because A, I don't want to be there. And also I feel like crap, but I haven't said anything to them because, I don't want them to like excuse me and I got to go to the fucking doctor and waste my fucking time. Because they're going to be like, you're fine. Because this shit happened to me before. I tripped and fell over my dog and I fucking whacked my head. Like I blacked out. I lost consciousness. I woke up to the sound of me going, okay. And my friend from high school was my doctor. And he tried to write every referral to get me a CT scan because I was concussed. And my insurance denied it. My fucking insurance denied it. So at that point, I was just like, why the fuck would I even come here when y'all are just going to deny me coverage? Like, I fucking needed a CT scan to make sure my brain was okay. It wasn't bleeding from my brain. And these motherfuckers denied me. And I had my best friend type up all the things he could type up that should get me a CT scan because it was urgent. It was important. And this is back in 2015, by the way. And they fucking denied me. And I was like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm done with the medical system. And I have not been back to the doctor since. Okay? Flash forward now to 2026. I just had, I had a meeting with my boss. And I didn't want to have no meeting because I knew if I had another meeting, I would not be able to continue to fake the funk any longer. We had another meeting because I just wanted to go back to vitamins because I knew if I could go back to vitamins, I could hide. Like my performance, my speed isn't in question, because I'm selling vitamins, right? So, but because they threw me in grocery for the last 3 weeks, unfortunately, I just did not trust myself to be zooming around, doing lightning speeds, acting like the Flash. Because anytime I bent over, I would start to lose my balance. So I'm like, well, fuck, I got to take it easy. So, and obviously, there were certain people in grocery who didn't like that and ratted me out. And that's okay because, the person who ratted me out, I already know who she is. And we don't have the best relationship because for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if there's an issue, but she's just odd with me. And I'll say hello, I'll say thank you, I'll say hey, and nothing. I get nothing. So I'm like, cool, I give up. Like if you talk to me, I'll talk to you. But this is what we're gonna do. I watch her with everybody else, she's cool. But for some reason with me, she don't say nothing to me. So I'm just like, okay. Fine. So, but I noticed she's been taking notes and whoop and complaining, and they've been trying to get me to do X, Y, and Z. And, I've just been faking the funk as best as I could. So, but today is the 22nd. And obviously, this podcast is late. I meant to have it for you Monday, but then I was told I was having a meeting. So then I was like, well, I wanted to give y'all an update from the meeting. So I was going to have it Tuesday. Then the meeting got pushed back. So here we are. It's Wednesday evening. I've just come home from the meeting. And, the meeting was a repeat of, the Pizzazz episode, which if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to that last week. But basically, there were some keywords that I do want to bring up from that meeting, which were important. And that was that it was stressed that our vitamin sales are important, which I completely agree. Our prices suck. We ain't a part of the technology wave, but we're doing what we can, right? I mean, we're doing everything we possibly can, the wrong things to make it right. What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's currently where we're at with the vitamins department. So, it was brought to my attention that my boss is having to make cuts throughout the store as far as labor. And, our vitamin sales aren't there. And if our vitamin sales aren't there, we don't get raises or bonuses. That affects raises or bonuses. And I just said to myself, I was like, I mean, I know I'm concussed. I know I have. Hola, hola, hola. I'm at a place called Vertigo. I know I've got the vertigos. But goddamn, y'all passed around a memo in 2017 that says because of Obamacare, y'all wasn't going to give out any bonuses or pay raises anymore because y'all had to pay more because of Barack Obama. So don't try and tell me in 2026 that the reason people aren't getting raises or bonuses is because vitamin sales are down. Oh my days, I nearly clutched my pearls in that meeting. I just held my chest. I said, Lord Jesus. I mean, damn, I know I'm hurting. But I do remember that. God damn. I was like, oh no, mommy, no, don't bring up that word, please. Even if things was good, you wasn't gonna give us shit. So I was like, oh, I understand. I completely understand. But I just wanted to emphasize because, again, there's some kind of weird persona. They seem to think, management team seems to think that I don't want to help people, which is just a falsehood, a flat out lie, a misnomer, a misunderstanding, a miseducation. Help me, Lauryn Hill. Everything is everything. I was just like, hey, I want to help. Look, I nearly sacrificed myself falling over face first into a pallet or under the fucking tortillas down there, because I'm trying to be helpful. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know on where that's coming from. They just think I don't want to be helpful, and it's simply not true. So and of course in this meeting, then they called into question my performance in grocery, which was atrocious. And I understand. I broke down. I teared up. I couldn't help it, because when you're concussed, you're overly emotional. Sorry, but I just said I'm sorry, y'all. I'm struggling, because I'm not myself. I'm having to slow down. I'm having to really think about, all right, if I kneel down to the ground, we need to come up slowly. We need to squat, or we need to have both knees on the ground or one knee on the ground. We can't bend over. I can't bend over and tie my shoes. I can barely pull up my pants when I go to the fucking bathroom, okay, without passing out. I had to tell them. I had to fucking tell them because they was looking at me sideways, and it was enough. I just said, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not myself. And I broke down. I broke down in tears. I'm not a crier, but I couldn't handle, my brain can't handle the pressure anymore. And I just said, look, this is what's going on. X, Y, and Z. I've taken a lot of shots to the head in the last 22 days because, hey, we couldn't make it. I lasted a whole 5 days before this podcast, took another shot to the face. This time I managed to block it, but because I was delayed in blocking getting kneed in the face again, my hand smacked my face. So I don't know how much damage that did, but it didn't feel good, and it left me very fuzzy. So yeah, me brain, me poor brain. I'm beside myself. So, God, I apologize, y'all. Like I said, I wanted to get this podcast out to you sooner, but some shit happens. Shit hit the fan. I'm just moving a little bit slower, and it's just a little difficult for me to get things done. and I'm bummed out because I'm not my normal self. I'm pretty speedy. I'm pretty quick. I'm fast. I get things done, and I can't do things like I used to do, and so I had to tell my bosses, I'm sorry. I'm a little out of sorts here. I'm fucked up. I think I have vertigo. And they said, well, did you go to the doctor? And I said, well, no, because, I didn't want to go into the fucking details of being screwed over by the doctor repeatedly. But I just said, I kind of concluded that I've got this, and I've been doing vertigo exercises every night. Even when I'm in class, I lay on my side so that apparently when you have vertigo, let's give the old listeners an education here. So apparently when you have vertigo, there's some crystals in your ear, some cones or some shit, some crystals in your ear, crystal meth, whatever you want to call it. There's crystals in your ear, and these fine like little hairs are in your ear. And, they measure sound and whatnot, but particularly those crystals sit up on top of those hairs, and there's like a little gel that kind of floats along with that. So those crystals kind of tell your brain and your ear, your inner ear, that you're balanced, you're upright. What happens with vertigo is those crystals get dislodged from the little hairs, and they move around to other parts in the ear where they don't belong. And that can cause you to have balancing issues. And so I have concluded this is what's going on. I have diagnosed myself, Doctor Who. Dr. Who's chin. So and the reason why I say that I'm 90% sure that it is that is because when I do the exercises, the dizziness it subsides. It's not as bad as before. The only problem is I keep getting hit in the head. Even, not even today, 2 days prior of me doing my vertigo exercises, my 50-pound dog decides to jump onto my head as I'm doing the exercises on my bed. So I'm just like, fuck. I can't catch a break. I keep getting hit in the head. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's a sign from God. He's telling me to take it easy. So I've been doing my best to take it easy. Now, obviously, I haven't stopped jiu-jitsu because, hello, I love jiu-jitsu. And I've got to get better. I've got to get better so I can get my brown belt. And when I get my brown belt, I get a black belt. You know what I'm saying? I'm working hard towards that. I feel like I need to be doing as much class as humanly possible. So, yeah. Whew, lost my damn train of thought. So anyway, I've, just been doing as much jiu-jitsu as possible. And when there's no jiu-jitsu happening, I'm laying on the mat doing my vertigo exercises, you understand. Any chance I get, I can lay flat, I do my exercises. And I feel like it's helping, but it comes and goes in waves. So, anyhow, yeah, that's the update for now. So this has just been a constant battle with the war coming to a head here because my brain and my body, they're a little separate. And what I want to do, my brain's like, hold on, player. Hey, have a seat. Oh, what's that? You want to get dizzy while you're laying down? Perfect. Close your eyes. Rest. So here we are. Like I said, I didn't want to have to tell my boss because now I'm sure they're going to make me go get a fucking doctor's note and the doctor's going to fucking deny me again, because I've had concussions, multiple concussions. I can promise you I have had multiple concussions within the last 22 days. Probably more smacks to the head than the average person should take. So, I'm trying to avoid going to the doctor because I don't want to get screwed over again. So, but I know I'm going to need to go now because they're going to want me to get a fucking note so they're not liable if I fucking crash out at work. Which even if I did, I wouldn't sue them. I know it's my fault, but they just got to be careful or whatever. So, anyhow, I'm supposed to communicate and let them know. Which, fucking sucks, man. I just want to show up and work and help people and that's it, and go home, go to jiu-jitsu. I don't give a shit, but nothing else. I would like to care about vitamin sales, but I make $19 an hour. It's kind of hard to care about your money when you can hardly pay me money. You know what I'm saying? And just like we're all regular ass folk, blue collar folk, are having to budget, tighten they waistline on the monies. I feel like management should be doing the same too. Like, I don't know. Do you think it's a good idea to buy your corporate staffers cars, and not just any kind of car, like $50,000 car? Buy your son $100,000 truck? I don't know. Buy a second house in Big Bear? I don't know. You already got one. One is not good enough. You need two in the same city? It's kind of crazy. Anyhow, it's not my money, but I'm just saying the reasoning is very crackhead like, hey, guys, I need more money to get more crack. So I need you guys to work super hard so I can buy more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can get high. But I know y'all is suffering, but I need to get high. That's what I feel like. So I'm just like, what? Bonuses and raises? Damn. You might want to hit my head one more time. Because I ain't falling for that. God damn it, man. Man, so what else is going on? A lot of gym drama. This is a sad one. Let me get something to drink because, what the hell? I don't like this. So, excuse me. Good God. So, a couple of teammates of mine are no longer at the gym or have disappeared. So, there's a couple teammates of mine that have are no longer at the gym. I'm trying to think if I would like to reach out to this teammate and maybe have him on the podcast just to share his story, because I sympathize with him, but at the same time, I'm hearing stories that maybe some of his business ventures were affecting the gym. I don't know what's going on. I just know that this person is no longer there, and it makes me sad because I thought we were here for jiu-jitsu. I thought we were here to have fun. What's up with the drama? You know what I'm saying? And then this other person has completely disappeared. Incredible jiu-jitsu specialist, tapping out black belts left and right, has the brightest future. The brightest future. But just no judgment. I think maybe has a bit of an alcohol problem. And I feel bad for this because I know deep in my heart that this young man is one of the best guys I've seen in a long time that's local. And has a shot to make it. And it's being squandered away because something happened. A mistake was made, an error in judgment, if you will, due to alcohol. And so I'm just like, in my heart, I'm like, brother, just don't drink so much and focus on the jiu-jitsu. Have fun. Killed it in a competition a couple weeks ago and then has disappeared into thin air, not returning anybody's calls. Just doesn't make sense. And so I'm just like, the booze got him. And I'm just like, my guy, it's okay. The booze gets everyone. That's what it's made for. It's made to get everyone. But the problem is that you're not supposed to let it get you. And if it does get you, you get yourself right back up. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want alcohol to control his life. And I feel like maybe he's experiencing some of the mistakes he's made have been related to alcohol. And not only should he not drink, that, he just can't handle his liquor at this moment in time. And I feel bad. Like I said, I don't want to judge nobody. If that's your thing, cool. But I guess what I can be a judge about is that when your alcohol affects you in a negative way. And he's really good at jujitsu. He's really good at drinking. He's funny when he drinks. But when he gets to the point where he's about to black out, bad shit happens. And it's not for the greater good, man. It's not for the community. So I'm just praying that he'll come back because he's a good guy. And I want him to hear this. He's probably listening to this and like, yo, you piece of shit or something. You know what I'm saying? But I always thought, man, this guy got a bad rap. He's a good guy. I think he's a great fit for the gym. And I think he's got the brightest future in jiu-jitsu. Unbelievably bright. Whatever is going on in his mind, whatever mistake he made or something he said or something he did, listen, brother, it's over. It's water under the bridge. I think the best thing to do is apologize. Don't stay away. I think the best thing to do is be a man and text somebody back and say, you know what? I fucked up. I'm so sorry. Let me do my best. Let me try to be the best person I can be. Maybe not drink so much alcohol that I black out and I do dumb things. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it I don't like to see teammates leave the gym. Mistakes get made all the time, and I feel like there's always a way back. But some things take more time than others. But I think the one thing is that when you're just focused on jiu-jitsu and you're focused on learning and in the community and having the friendships and the bonds, and we go into battle every day with each other. And I think whatever's going on is not worth the drama, okay? And I think in time, obviously time heals wounds. I think in time, these individuals will be able to see like, hey, I fucked up. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Let me be a man about this. Let me apologize. What I did was wrong. And I own that. And that, I want to come back and I want to focus on jiu-jitsu. That's it. Nothing else. I want to be the best jiu-jitsu player I could be. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just wishing my teammates who are, staying away for whatever reasons, I hope that you take the time, be at peace, forgive yourself. Take some time out and just really think and manifest what you want from your jiu-jitsu journey. And I think go from there. Okay, I think I'm going to end the show because I just need to lie down. Let's talk some UFC real quick and then we'll get the fuck up out of here. TDP Usman fight, the UFC last weekend. You should be a very rich bitch. I think I only missed 3? No, I missed 4. Once again, I missed 4 on the last card. But particularly the one I didn't miss, DDP versus Kamaru Usman. I mean, that brother, Kamaru Usman. It's time to hang it up, brother. Everybody's saying you can't even walk down the stairs, your so knees are so bad. Why are you in the ring fighting? It doesn't make any sense. Brother got his ass beat for 5 rounds. And then when they go to do the judge's decision, he's mad dogging the judges like, you gave him that score? I thought it was competitive. I thought I won a round. It's like, bruh, you got stomped out. It wasn't competitive at all. And he's trying to argue with the judges like, hey. And then he starts raising his hand like he won. I'm like, bruh, you lost. Put your damn hands down. I'm like, what? It's over, man. It's over. So, I think maybe Marty Snoozman should probably retire. It's just time. He got his ass beat. And DDP's not that great at striking. He's kind of awkward. He's almost like Drunken Master a little bit. But he still pieced this motherfucker up for 5 rounds. So kudos to him. Okay, we got some UFC picks. We are in Abu Dhabi, which means the fights are on at the butt crack of dawn. I have Abdul Hussein, Murilo Alvilev, Magomed Tuchkalov, Alex Sola, Sam Patterson, Muhammad Said, Walter Walker, Sagid Kahamev, Rivian. This guy's a car. Rizan Kuniev, Magomed Zaynukov. Holy smokes. Islam Dulatov. This is a name right here. Ramazambek Temaran. Bogdan Guskov. All right, those are my motherfucking UFC picks. Bet with me, bet against me. Who cares? Let's watch some fucking fights. Yeah. All right, friends. That is going to do it for me. I will talk to y'all next week. But until next time, this is Rambo Radio. I'm out. Peace.